Right, guys, we are live. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I'm very late, but I had a personal issue that I had to take care of this morning, and then we've had three power failures, and I had to wait for everything to stabilize and settle down. And at least now I can pay attention to a bit of a stream. So, welcome, and I'm going to take it easy. It's Saturday afternoon, there's no rush. Everything's still busy loading. I made one mistake. I never started the Charlie 172 first, so I'm just going to move the Zibo once we get into the sim, um, just to make sure that we get all the scripts loading and we don't have any hassles. And Uncle John is with us, so welcome. Uncle John, you're live on air now.
We are live.
Yes, yeah. The whole world's listening to you now, eh?
Oh, scary.
Live via satellite connecting Johannesburg, South Africa, and whatever place in England you are from. Look at that. I thought I fixed
I'm
this.
looking at that cloud formation on that photograph. That's brilliant.
Oh,
That
yeah,
is.
that was nice. Hello, Angel. Hey, you made it. Look at this. I just reinstalled the scenery. I got all the libraries sorted, and it's still giving me that hassle there. Never saw it before today. I don't know. It's something with Victoria scenery. Don't know what happened there. I will investigate later. All right, so let's start with the basics. I've been advocating this for many months, ever since the actual developers told me please to do so, and a lot of guys are trying to be clever and they ignore it. If you are having any issue with loading the Zibo or any funny errors, the way to solve it is to load the Charlie 172 first. All right, that then once that's loaded and X-Plane is settled and everything is nice and loaded, you load the Zibo. I tell you what, ever since we started doing that, and I can tell you about the real world operators doing the same, we just don't have issues. But all the clever Trevors that try and outwit us and outsmart us think that they can get away with it. Some can and some can't, and the reason is as follows. If you have a potato PC, and I'm saying potato in the most loving possible way, then rather load the 172. If you have a massive overpowered CPU and you don't have a lot of add-ons loading at the same time that's competing with loading the Zibo, you should be fine. You don't have to do that, but you're gonna have to decide at your own discretion whether it's worth your while or not. Now, if I do it and if the team do it, then there's no reason why you shouldn't do it. So, in the event
Okay,
like
this
me
is
now,
just by experience.
yeah, experience. So in the meantime, I actually, because of all the other issues I mentioned, started the flight and clean forgot about the 172. So instead of loading the 172 now, what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to move the gate. I'm going to go to another place. All right, effectively you get the same results because what now happens is the aircraft will reload as the flight reloads, and this also gives you the ability to reload the Zibo, and all the little scripts and everything should be fine. And there you go. So we've
And
literally
it's all
moved.
subject to following Nico's installation
Yes,
process. Follow
yes,
that as
yes.
well because the two things need to be combined.
Yeah, correct. Incorrect installation will also bug you around. So get the installation right and then start the flight correctly. If this is done correctly, you really shouldn't have any hassles. There's obviously the odd chance that Zibo made a spelling mistake, or something crept in somewhere and so on. But that's what we have mercy and grace for. You need to understand it's a work in progress. So enough of that. We are at Seattle, and the plan is to fly to Spokane. We are flying real time, so let me just refresh my memory. It's 10 past 5 in the morning in Seattle, so we should see a beautiful sunrise coming our way. And hope you guys enjoy the flight with us. Like I said, I'm just going to take it slow and easy, so I'm going to set up everything. Let me actually just put some stuff on the screen here so you guys can see how I do it as well while I'm busy doing it. So there's active sky. There is PFPX. I'm busy with the flight plan. And for the guys flying in the US, I want to share something with you. This is the Flight Aware website. So what I do when I fly in the US, this is real world flights, and you can see who the operators are, SkyWest, etc., etc. It tells you the aircraft that they flew, flight levels, and it gives you the actual routing. So what I normally do is I just come here, copy, after obviously giving the correct details to set it up in the first place, and then I would paste it into my edit screen for PFPX. So it saves me a lot of hassle and searching and trying to find the correct real world related flights. Strangely enough, I do fly for two different VAs, virtual airlines in America. The one gives flight plans, the other one does not. And even the one that gives flight plans, I don't know where they get their flight plans from. I sometimes just sit and scratch my head and I go, I don't know, weird. So that's one way to solve the issue. We can use an alternate because we've got a nice long runway. So we're going to go KCOE, it seems, right? Yeah. And we're going to let the program just quickly find our routing for us. Right, so that takes care of the initial planning. I have no idea what flight level this is going to take, so let's force one on it. Let's look for a 738 or a 739. There's a 739, so they did 270. So why don't we just go and do 270 as well? Let's force this program to do that. 270. And let's compute this flight. All right, let's go do the takeoff performance if possible. Right, I don't see any rain or snow or any weather issues, so we can just calculate. Alright, that gives us D-rated takeoff 2 with 36 on the SEL temperature, our assumed temperature. Let's do our landing. Right, we're going to do flaps 30. Same story, there's no water or contamination or anything on that runway, so we're just going to apply that. Guys, and if you are new to the stream or you might have missed it previously, if you go to the description below the video, all the links to my private hangar / OneDrive is there. You can get the PFPX templates and all the information you need. It's all there. This is basically a hybrid Lido version of the OFP that I fixed up a little bit to give me a little bit more. And if you've got the TopCat integration, then you can obviously get your performance data like I just did over there. And then we can release this flight. Alright, so we're going to print it to PDF like I usually do. The link to the sceneries, guys, that's also in the description below the video. It's both of them will be payware. I disabled the WSK design ground because you don't see your orthos. They kill the orthos for some reason. They just don't like it, don't support it. So I've disabled their ground and I've made the runways not to follow the contours. So it's all flat so that I can actually enjoy my orthos in this area. And then the other one is a brand new one. This Spokane we're going to, KGEG, that's brand new. It was released by Andrew yesterday from Vertical Simulations. I haven't even spawned there. I have no idea what it looks like. I'm a bit scared when I look at the specifications required to fly it. We basically at a 4 gig VGA card situation right now, and he's saying 8 gig is better, but 4 gig should work. So, Andrew, if you're on stream with us, we'll check it out as we get there. George, hello, and
Hi, George.
Uh, it's not a chew. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. Hello, welcome to the stream, guys. Well, the Frosty is on another flight, Uncle. But I tell you what, I've got one special one for you in the galley. So when I go past 10,000 foot and I take the passenger seatbelt sign off, you better run for that galley because everybody heard it's there for you now. So make sure you sit in the front somewhere. I think that's going to be best. And then you go grab it. He's referring to a post on the Zibo community group on Facebook. I saw that, George. Yeah, I saw you. You're getting thirsty there. Right, okay, good. So let's do the next step. We want to export this, obviously. So we're going to just save everything so we can import it into the Zibo. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our routing little.
That's a long list, not CU.
I beg your pardon, John?
What plugins are you using? You've been asked.
What plugins am I using? Oh, not CU. There we go. That's probably the better pronunciation. There's a whole lot of things. Go to um, the OneDrive link, my private hangar below the video. Follow that link. Go into my OneDrive. Go into Explain 11, and there is a PDF with all the add-ons and plugins that I use. It's the best way to find it. Um, that's the only way to find it, really. I mean, if the list is long, it's going to be difficult to give you everything. Sarkotech, this is PFPX, and no, it's not free. I think this is about €60 or $60. I'm not sure what the currency is they're selling at, but it is kind of expensive. But it's two-pronged. It's a two-pronged uh, piece of software. You get the actual program, and then you also get the integration with TopCat. So TopCat is the second part, which actually does all the performance calculations for us that you guys see over there, to tell us what derated takeoff, flaps, etc., and what the V speeds will be also for the landing there. So
George,
it's
you're a bit late on that.
no, George can have the jump seat. You're my first officer, John, so you're not worried about the jump seat. Let him have the jump seat. You
I
must
was going to
just
bring the blonde.
no, the blonde's not on this flight today. She's in the back somewhere. This is a professional flight today. We're not taking guys to Las Vegas. We're going to Spokane. It's a conservative town, that one.
Never win.
George, I hope you know how the jump seat works. Remember, lift and pull or lift and push. Don't just try and pull and push it. It won't work. It was funny the first time I got into the cockpit and I wanted to get the jump seat into place. Um,
And please, if you're drinking coffee, don't spill it down his neck.
Yeah, please, 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 please. All right, okay, enough of that. Let's quickly just go copy this. I'm pretty sure I did, but let's just make sure. So I'm taking that little wee line over there, and then we're going to go grab our Navigraph and go to flights, create a new flight for us. KSEA and KGEG. What on earth was that alternative? Let me just get that into view quickly again. KCOE. Can that be? Let me just read nicely. Ah, looks like it. And create. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste my routing in there. Quickly going to take away all the unnecessary spaces and duplicates. Right, so that's the actual routing and we can save it. That already gives us pretty much everything we need apart from a couple of things. No, the Queen of Wakanda will not hear. Don't worry about that. By the way, Angel, when are you coming to visit Wakanda? I mean, it's an empty place without you here. You must come check the animals. We'll take you to the jungle. Mountain 9 departure. Angel, yeah, PFPX is next level. Save up a little bit, get it for Christmas, or ask somebody to help you get it for Christmas or something. But SimBrief is not bad. Look, when we do our training for most of the guys, still we use SimBrief just because it's accessible and free, or much cheaper at least than PFPX would be. But this PFPX is next level, man. Hello, Captain, how are you? And Fossil. Well, we call it a jungle because how do you explain to somebody what a bushveld is? I mean, you're gonna have to show them pictures. Uh, let's call it the wild if you want to be splitting hairs there. We'll take you to the wild. We'll show you the lions and the other stuff. We'll make a plan. Right. So runway 21. We've got an ILS.
I'm not, so I shall keep my thoughts to myself.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything. Okay. Grasslands. Oh no, grasslands is also not true. That grasslands is just in between the trees, man. I mean, there's thorn trees and all kinds of fever trees and all kinds of what have you. Hello, Yorkie. But let's not go there. It's unimportant. You'll see the lions, you'll see the zebra. If you're lucky, you'll hand feed a zebra and play with a lion cub. Yeah, we can organize. We'll make a plan. All right. So I don't know if any of you can recall the last time I flew this route. I actually flew it with Jorge. And we had an issue when we tried this approach because you have to go over the VOR, fly down the ILS, turn around, and come back. And at one point in time, the Zibo lost its track, and I had to take over. So we're going to be prepared for that anyway to see how it handles it. If we hit that VOR and we see it looks dodgy, we're just going to bug out, maybe go a little bit more northeast, and then turn around just to give the aircraft some space to operate in. Pierneef painting was stolen. The last one of 8 million rand was stolen. I don't know if that oak's ever going to go to jail being a minister and all, but I mean, we've got ministers with long fingers in this country, so they caught him and we'll see. I don't know. You tell me what's going to happen to that Pierneef now. Right, so that's the story. We're supposed to fly down there, turn around, and come back. We'll look at it when we get there. Alright, open charts list. Taxi. Alright, okay. So we will probably have to improvise from there on, but we'll see when we get there. Alright, okay. So that takes care of this portion of things. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to import the flight plan. And we said, I think 270 is the flight level. Brum, brum, brum. Right. Just to bring it back up, there's our flight planner. Just took a while to think about it. So we can then track the aircraft and minimize that one. Yeah, that's the
Why
total
did
package. Sorry, John.
What I have noticed in PFPX is that there's no airline code for Ryanair.
There is. When you start it up, remember, let me show you that. Let me show you. When you create a new flight and you get to the flight number, remember that is the IATA. I don't know what IATA stands for, but that's up until the counter. That's what the boarding pass says. That's what the flight ticket says. So if you put in FR, look there, it immediately gives you RYR. The call sign RYR for Ryanair is the ICAO call sign, and that is what the actual pilots and ATC and people use. But this is for the guys in the public domain. That's for the booking agents, the travel agents, you and your wife and the dog. That's what IATA does. They take care of everything up until the counter. Everything beyond the counter becomes the call sign, and that's governed by ICAO.
Yeah, I've got that. It's just that they give you all the codes within PFPX,
Yeah.
and it's not included in their list.
No, I just showed you there on screen it is. I didn't
Yes.
make it. It must be there.
No,
We can,
if you go through,
you know,
there's nothing there for Ryanair. I went through the whole lot. There's American Airlines, the lot, but no Ryanair.
Okay, well, maybe we need to update your list, but there's mine. Definitely is there. So when we're
Okay,
done, we can have a look.
thank you.
Hello, am I connected?
You are indeed, sir. Good day. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Nico. Good to join you again.
Yeah, and we can hear you
Looking
pretty
forward to
well.
Excellent.
Thank you,
He's a
George
little bit,
Carney.
he's a little bit quiet.
Yeah, you can just bring his mic a little bit closer.
I think I've got the gain just about full up. Let me just see if I can increase it any more. It won't go any closer. If I bend it any more, it'll break.
Okay. Yeah, please don't break it on our account. Okay, all right, guys. So let's start from the beginning. Yesterday or last night, we picked up an issue in the code. I spoke to the actual developer that made the fuel truck and gave him my input, and he agreed. And then between him and Zibo, they fixed the situation where I couldn't get the fuel truck to actually show up um, while I was at the gate. It turned out that there was a bit of a code issue. The code was fixed and it should all work now. This is obviously the latest
Affirmative.
version.
I checked it this morning when I loaded it, Nico.
All right, okay, so this is 36.5 and it should work. So I'm going to go through my routine and then obviously just check it as we continue. So one of the things I have done is I have created a new set for ground handling deluxe. As you can see, it does not include a refuel truck. There is no fuel truck in here anymore. I have not uploaded this set to my OneDrive yet. I will do so. But basically now I'm free to use the Zibo fuel truck. So what we're going to do is obviously look at our information, our OFP, and then set up everything.
It will suddenly just appear, and when the fuel's done, it'll just suddenly disappear. There's no
Correct.
actual
Driving up or
animation to
anything.
it.
Well, when I did the beta testing, there wasn't even a truck. Visually, you couldn't even see him. So I just had to pretend it was there. So
No, there's even a guy there standing with a pair of
I know.
steps.
I know what's happened in between here. Alright, so where is this Adobe? Let's get it up on the screen. Let's do this together. So our payload is 18.2. The fuel is 5.2. Alright, so at this point in time it needs to subtract for us, needs to deduct the amount of fuel.
And it does do that.
I
I've
know.
checked that.
I know, I've also tested that.
George, when are you going to get your hand in your pocket? You get me on that one every single time.
Alright, so there's the fuel truck. It's supposed to show up. Oh, it's on the other side, sorry. There we go. So now everything is working.
It keeps getting better, and I do like your livery.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it's very nice. Jacques surprised me with it about a week ago already again, and I love it. I love it. So if we go to the GPU, we can set that up. We can do our pre-planning. Just make sure. Where's that yellow line? Somewhere there. I'm
Don't
guessing.
forget your chart is in the way for seeing the fuel truck if that's what you want to do.
Of course it was in the way. Damn, sorry guys. Let's go back there. There's the fuel truck. Thank you, John.
I gather you're feeling better, John. You sounded a bit not so good last time I was listening.
Yeah, I'm a lot better than what I was. I was not me at all.
Yeah, I got worried about you, John, at some point in time. But I mean, I was sick for about 4 months as well. I almost didn't want to live at one point in time. So I'm glad I made it as well.
Horrible feeling.
Yeah. Guys, and if you are not aware, there is a built-in flashlight, especially for dark times like this. You can configure a flashlight in Explain, and that will give you access
Very useful. Very useful.
to the stuff that you need to really see.
Yeah, once you can find it in the menus, I can never remember where it is.
Yeah, you just search on the word flashlight.
I put mine on the star on the keypad.
Now mine's on F. Sorry?
That makes sense.
Yeah. Mine's on F for flashlight. I'm kind of stupid. I need to remember things simply.
You're not the only
I'm
one.
sorry, I didn't go with that one. Georgie's keeping quiet about that drink.
Yeah, this seems strange because I've muted the YouTube feed so that I can hear, and I'm not hearing that double echo of people speaking. But that means I can't hear any aircraft noises. Is there a way around?
No, we've discussed it. I basically need to get a sound mixer that can actually pick up on the aircraft sounds as well while we are in Discord. So I do apologize for that, but I've never gotten around to actually figure that out. Or make any investment to try and cover that, so I don't know. But that's what the guys tell me. There's some other mixer I need to get so that we can share the sound here in Discord as well.
Right, okay. Don't apologise.
Yeah.
It's all work in progress, and you're so busy streaming.
Yeah.
You're never off the air.
Yeah. Alright, well, that one is still subtracting the fuel there, so we're at 5.6. And we can start the rest of the programming. In actual fact, no, let's do it properly, go according to the checklist.
You're still extremely quiet, Captain. I'm really struggling to hear you, and I've got my hearing aids in, honest.
I hear him perfectly, John. Honestly, I don't have any issues
That's
hearing him.
strange. That's strange.
Yeah, it's the gain's maxed out on my Discord, and the microphone is probably an inch from my mouth. That's about all. So I don't know why I'm so quiet in yours. I don't know any other way to boost it. Let me just have another look at the
No, it's
settings.
No,
okay.
no,
No, no,
no.
no.
John,
Well,
John.
I'm basing it on Nico. Nico is about 200, 300% louder than what you are.
Yeah, John, do me a favor.
Okay.
John,
I'm
John.
listening.
Right click on Captain's name in Discord and you'll see a user volume. Pull it to the right. Just adjust it on your side for him specifically. So you right click on his name and go to user volume and just pull it to the right.
Done.
Okay. Count to 3, Captain.
1, 2, 3.
It's an improvement. Thank you.
Alright, okay, cool. Great stuff.
I'm glad somebody knows how this stuff works.
Yeah.
He just oh, he knows these bloody things inside out.
I just Nico, have you got time to have a job as well as doing all this?
Well, yes. The funny thing is, when I'm at work, I really concentrate on the work. But in between meetings, that's usually when I answer, the queries on Facebook and stuff like that. Because it happens that I sometimes have to wait for things. The kind of work that I do is also largely PC based. So I would set the PCs up, get them going, and then I would sit there for like an hour or two waiting for something to happen again. So it's actually surprisingly working out very well to do everything at the same time, because I mean, if I didn't have something to keep me busy in that half an hour or an hour that the systems are running, I mean, I would be watching YouTube videos anyway, so I might as well do some support and whatever.
Quick question, Nico. Are you likely to be doing a failure today or not?
I want to do the same failure as last night that Zibo asked me to do. Okay. I am not sure exactly how to counter it. What we'll do is when we are in the cruise, I'm not going to do it again when we are on finals. That was a bit rough. Okay. But when we are in the cruise, I'll trip the AC bus 1 and I'll go to AP2, you command B, and then we'll see what
And see if it
happens.
works.
Yeah, see if that works, because apparently that's the short answer. I was given quite a few long answers, but the short answer is just go to the next autopilot, and that should sort it out. So I want to see.
Can you be sure?
I
Can
really
you
want
be
to
sure
see.
to talk us through that when you do it?
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing that working.
Pete's Best, what logo are you talking about? Please explain. I'm not with you. This is my logo, so if someone else is using it, then he needs to get off it. But I'm not with you. Hello, Kevin.
Oh, and welcome, Peter's Best.
I want to see this. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, this is very interesting. This is highly interesting. I'd love to find out where they got this, because I can actually tell you where I got mine. And I'd love to see what their founding date was and when they started using it, because as far as I'm concerned, this has been my logo for ages and ages and ages, and I actually made it myself. So somebody's been copying my logo. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. They've even copied my whole color scheme, everything. Oh, this is a small world, eh? Very nice. Very, very nice of them.
You've never heard of a complaint from them?
No, I didn't even know they existed. First time in my life I've heard of them. I'll show you guys just now. Just want to enable all the scripts so we can all see them.
Excellent. I'm getting I'm getting confused with the time travel between listening to you on YouTube and you in real life. Switching from one to the other. It's slightly.
I'm not sure what this is about. Let me just get it on screen here for you guys. This looks like a Lego game thing. I don't know. This doesn't look like an actual real world thing. This is look, there's my logo.
Put it on screen because we can't see anything yet.
Oh, can't you see it? Hold on. Look. Look. But this looks like a Lego thing of some sort. I don't know. Or they just disguising it. I don't know what the hell this is about.
Still can't see anything, Nico.
Give it 10 seconds, Uncle John. Roblox. Yeah, it's some other game thing.
Oh no, that was a flight plan. That was a flight plan going. Aha.
Yeah, the colours, everything is exactly the same.
Yeah, but this is part of a game. This isn't even real. This is all a game. All about a game. Roblox. I don't know.
How strange.
Yeah. Look, I own a company in the real world as well, and I can tell you one thing. Within 3 weeks of me registering my company, I knew of 10 others using similar names, similar logos, similar everything. Yeah, it's not a company. This is some other game thing. I don't know. Frankly, I don't care. They can do what they want. When they start becoming a problem for me, we'll take steps against them. I actually bought my logo from an online service, and I made it myself. So whatever you see there, that's just a copy. I've still, you know, got the original depths on that one as far as I know.
High court. High court.
Ach no, don't have time to waste on silliness like that. They busy playing a game, let them have their fun.
Could be an earner if you could sue them for a bit.
Look, somebody with money is not going to put up something silly like that.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I've been in litigation many times in my life. People with money don't do stupid things like that. This is obviously somebody who liked what he saw and he just copied it, and there you go, end of story, you know. So let him have his fun. I don't care. As long as it doesn't become a problem for me.
Fair dude.
Alright, so let's get back to business. Our arrival is going to then be 21 and zoomer 1. Let's quickly go check this out. think it's EPH that we're going to follow. We'll see soon enough. We're going to use the GEG, that VOR for the transition there. EPH.
Quick question, Nico, while you've got that on screen, if you have still got that on screen.
Yeah.
On the right-hand side there, it says G. Oh, you just clicked it now. Is that the approach for that runway?
GEG.
To match up with that particular start, yeah.
Yeah, what happens is this. You're going to see the Navigraph come up just now.
Yeah, I think I've got it all sussed out, but it's just it's a little bits of lingering doubt left in my mind.
Yeah.
I do tend to just import the route from Navigraph complete now.
Yeah, no
and
worries.
that programs it all.
Yeah. So that's GEG. That is the VOR, and that's right in front of the airport. So basically, what happens is we're going to come off the arrival and hit the GEG, and then from GEG we're going to follow that procedure if the Zibo will do it today, and then we're going to basically just turn around, come back. So from what I understand is somewhere here we're going to have to basically turn to the right, go turn around, and then come back, loop back in to the ILS. So from that waypoint we're just going to go turn around and come back. We'll see how the Zibo handles it. The last time we did it a couple of months ago, it was me and Jorge who did it from the development team. So we'll see what's going to happen today, if it's been fixed up better and can handle it better, but we'll see. So that's GEG over there, and that's why we chose it, because it needs to form part of the actual approach. Aviation, Chris,
Yeah.
I'm going to do my best to remember. Somebody asked me yesterday and I clean forgot, so let's actually do that while we are talking about it. Let's just first go through these things. Immediately see a problem there. Alright. EPH, then zoom right. So let's just go back one step. So that's GEG. It takes us across, and then over there it needs to basically do that turn. We'll see if it can manage that. Alright, looks fair enough to me. Say 270.
if you get a chance, could you show us how to actually create a waypoint, to actually place your own waypoint onto a route? Because that might be handy for building a parallel approach and swinging onto the ILS.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
Okay.
Alright, okay, so noise abatement, cutback. So we're going to enable the cutback. Alright, so as you can see, it changes your display quite a little bit. So what's going to happen is, I'm not going to fiddle with it, I'm just going to leave the cutback basically. Based upon the figures that is there, it's going to reduce the N1 to 82.8 after takeoff. Alright, our end of acceleration height is going to be 1000 foot AGL, and at 3000 feet it's going to restore the normal operation of N1, and that's basically all it's telling us. So it's obviously reading the SEL temperature that I gave it on the previous page. It's taking the outside temperature into consideration. Everything else that I've put in there, we don't have a wet or a anti-skid situation, so this all stays pretty standard. Alright, and then what happens is as you take off, it's going to cut back, and you'll see that on N1 on the ACAS when that happens. Alright, that's effectively to help the aunties sleep a little bit late in the morning or go to bed a bit earlier without being grumpy and all those things. So alright, that brings us to this page, and the FMC is completed.
I played with cutback on my last flight. I think it was from 36.1 or 36 dead, I think it was. It worked really well.
Yeah, it works very well. I've played around with it a little bit. It's very well implemented. So just started my flight leg there. And what's our landing altitude? Let's see that quickly. (2,385) is the landing altitude, so that gives us what we have over there, 2,400. I'm just waiting for the law enforcement officer to make his appearance. Right, let's also check our altimeter quickly.
You haven't enabled the VNav and RNav buttons yet.
No, I haven't. I haven't completed that whole operation. Okay, so I don't know if you guys heard the announcement, but I definitely did not. So let's close our doors. Send the ground services away.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, welcome aboard our flight today. We're wrapping up the final paperwork here to get you on your way momentarily. I want to thank you so much for your company and business. We invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Again, welcome aboard.
Request pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Flight attendants prepare for departure. Cross check and all call. Thank you.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Have you turned your electric hydraulic pumps on yet?
Nope. Waiting for APU, but I'm still reading up here on the other side. Sorry. I had to wait that 35 seconds for the APU to start, and we can now look at doing all the other fancy stuff.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
And these click points are sometimes close depending on the angle that you look at them. And now I've got the sun right in my eyes.
Set parking brake.
I'm going to set the brakes quickly and then I'm just going to let the blinds come down a bit. Give me a second, guys.
Stand by.
Mic off. Mic on.
Okay, I'm back and now at least I can see.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
Thank you for the pin. Let's go. Talk about high-speed taxi, eh? John,
Sí, señor.
there was a live traffic aircraft that just came past us there, so you'll see it soon, or if you haven't seen it yet. It was on the runway there. We've just passed it.
Excellent.
I actually enabled live traffic just before the start of this
thank you.
thing.
Live traffic, is that an alternative
Yeah,
to
see.
that to?
Yeah, live traffic, no, it's a plugin. It reads the ADS-B traffic and then it injects it into your simulator. That's all it does. There's another one. Look, they're coming on finals. The runway there.
Excellent.
The only thing with that is it's not like X-Life or World Traffic and these guys. Once they switch their transponder off, they disappear. You know, so you don't see them taxiing around on the ground really because they don't exist. They go away.
No, they generally switch off once they've
Yeah.
stopped.
Hi Mohammed, greetings. Welcome to the stream.
I generally turn off the what do they call them?
Transponders.
No. So you don't get the print over the top.
Cabin is secured.
Oh,
See the
yeah.
traffic
Those,
itself.
yeah. I see. Yeah. Those labels.
Yeah, the labels. I turn the labels off. Unless I'm particularly interested in a certain arrival.
I don't want to waste time on that. I'll have to figure that one out. Let's just go to settings.
The
Oh,
only
there we go.
downside to live traffic is, for security purposes, that about 5 minutes behind. In other words,
say
a plane will land, and then you'll see it in the sim, and it's 5 minutes behind.
right. And that's live traffic as in real live proper planes, not
Yes,
virtual planes.
yeah. This is real planes. Everything that you have seen thus far, those two blimps that came up, those are real planes. For our purposes, let me just leave it on because I found that setting. But just let's leave it on so you can see them when you see them.
And you should see them en route as well.
There you go. You see, there is one going. So, right.
Must be hectic around places like Heathrow.
It is. What I did once, I went to sit at Amsterdam Schiphol, in the simulator, and then I switched it on, and I was listening to liveatc.net at the same time, so I could actually hear them talk, I could see them, and there they come and go. That was actually a lot of fun.
Wow.
See, we've just got one there departed.
6 left.
Yeah, I like live traffic too, but when I fly online with VATSIM and Iveo, then I always switch them off, and it was off until just before the stream, so clean forgot that I wanted to check something with that. Anyway. Gear up. Right, so currently we're at 90% of N1. Have a look there, and you will see it's going to cut back for that noise abatement procedure. I think it does it at 1000 or something like that. There it's cutting back, just as we passed 1100 MSL. See, now we're literally flying with a very much softer volume. It's not that same screeching.
See, fossils, see.
Yeah, it's with a cutback enabled. You see, now everything is like we're doing it in slow motion. I really like this sunrise. Wow. And when we get to 3000 foot, it's going to go and restore itself, and it'll go back to proper VNAV situation and N1. Right, it engages the climb again. And it's all done automatically. You just have to enable it. That's all. I've just realized I never updated my ticker tape at the top, guys. Sorry about that. There you go. Angel, just get the NOAA weather plug-in. It's not the best in the world, but it's sure as hell much better than what you get with the Explain weather. So just use that. So get better clouds. There are many cloud add-ons on the org, and then what you do is you get Xvision. The clouds that you guys see here, this is active sky clouds, but it's been doctored by Xvision. So I'm not sure if Xvision replaced the textures and then did something, or it actually just changes the shaders of the clouds. I don't know exactly how it works. But I installed the active sky clouds and then ran Xvision, so I don't know. That's what my perception is at this point in time. It's basically just changed the active sky and did something with it. Right, George Carney, are you ready? I'm gonna flick the switch. You get a run now, eh? 1, 2, 3. Fossil, no. This was by a special request from one of the viewers. Aviation Chris wanted to see how we do that, so I just showed him how the cutback works. Fossil, I agree. Yes, that's an excellent combination.
Does Xvision hurt your frame rate?
No, it doesn't. Not on my system. Phil, on your one, you're the guy who coined the phrase potato PC, I think. I don't know how it's going to act on your PC, but on mine it doesn't do anything on the frame rates.
Right, understood.
Yeah. Was it you that started that saying, potato PC? I think I saw that it was you.
I don't think so.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
Okay, alright, my mistake.
I thought of it.
Okay.
Useful if they also have the updated vivid.
Oh yes, yeah, let me get that and share that with the guys.
What Nico's looking for is there's an update for the vivid alleyway. There's a number of other things with it, and it's made a difference.
Yeah, there's the link. So if you guys are using Xvision, I'm using this plugin right now. It's the Vivid plugin, and this one is updated for Explain 11.35 and onwards. I used to use the one on 11.30 as well, but this is, I don't know, for me it's changed quite a bit. It's more dramatic. It's a very nice thing.
It looks excellent, so I've got to admit, really do.
Yeah.
I'll come back there shortly, George. Get the drinks in.
Is George the trolley dolly?
No. He's gone to rescue that Frosty of his. So, seems like Uncle John's missing that blonde that's hiding in the back row. So he's gonna grab a drink and then go sit.
I've got an excuse, haven't I?
Yeah.
It's a problem when somebody knows you.
You can't get away with certain things, eh?
You just put your oxygen on and I'll be back in 15.
Uncle John, it's fine. We've got Phil in the cockpit with us. According to the new regulations, there needs to be 2 people at any given time in the cockpit. So you go have your fun. Me and Phil will use the oxygen.
Yeah, okay.
Any adrenaline?
No. But if we change the formula on this oxygen and we just make it a bit more pure, you're gonna sing like a canary just now. So there's many ways to do it.
Helium or laughing gas?
No, no, no. This is pure oxygen. Pure oxygen can mess with your mind as well. So we'll see what happens. Wow, look at that. Look at the bank of clouds moving away there. Ah, that's awesome.
It's got to be hard work flying with the sun dead in front of you like that. Worse than driving a car.
Yeah. It's fortunately not that bright at this point in time.
But it's dead ahead.
Doesn't matter. Wow. Now the orthodes in this area, some of the most beautiful, beautiful mountainous and national park areas you will ever see. It's really, really beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Even if we are 30 seconds ahead or behind us.
Yeah, I can hear the echo there in the background as you listen to the stream as well.
Is it annoying? Do I need to turn it down?
Can you turn it a little bit down, yes?
Done.
Andrew's probably still sleeping, but I'm going to his brand new airport now. So if you guys are into buying nice airports and stuff, Vertical Simulations released the one that we're flying to during the night sometime. Got it this morning, our time. So I've not even spawned there. I don't know what it looks like. So I'm kind of looking forward to see Spokane now.
God, wow, that looks so beautiful. That was.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We won't be buying scenery for a while. I think the PC upgrade's next on the cards.
Yeah, for sure. Wow, I'm enjoying myself. Alright, we're gonna be at cruise altitude in 10 seconds.
Is this also scenery?
Yes, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again from the flight deck, we've leveled off now at our cruising altitude. We're going to go ahead and turn off the fasten seatbelt sign. I'd like to kindly ask if you are staying in your seats to keep those seatbelts comfortably fastened for your safety. Onboard computer showing an on-time arrival, no ATC delays either.
Right, so let's quickly just get our bearings here. Let's see how far we are from top of descent. It's 53 nautical miles. So let's quickly just do some setup here. We need to look at this ILS. We can do Cat 1. Why don't we do a Cat 1? We need to be on 2546. That will be our decision altitude MSL, so 2,546 feet above the sea level. Our weather forecast.
Kilo Golf.
Kilo.
Ugh, just my luck now. Active skies acting up. 3003, and let's just get off that frequency and
Kilo Golf Echo Golf Airport information Kilo 1253 Zulu weather wind 166 at 8 visibility 10 sky condition few clouds at 14,000 ceiling 17,000 broken temperature 13 dew point 6 altimeter 3002 advise on initial contact you have information Kilo.
right, so in text it says 3003, this one says 3002, so we'll keep it at this.
Airport information Kilo 1253 Zulu weather wind 166 at 8 visibility 10 sky condition few clouds at 14,000 ceiling 17,000 broken temperature 13 dew point 6 altimeter 3002 advise on initial contact you have information Kilo.
Well, that's good enough for me for now.
Kilo.
Alright, okay, so while we are in straight and level, and let me just stop the screen tearing again. Okay, while we are here, we're going to take a fat chance now and do this. Failure, strip the bus. Right, so we immediately lose quite a few things. Autopilot's gone for a ball of spit, some of the fuel pumps are gone, etc, etc. So let's go to Command B. Enable auto throttle again. TCAS is on, not operational, and trim remains non-operational. Alright, there we go. As easy as that, if you know what you're doing. Uncle John? Hello? Anybody?
I'm here.
Okay, you took a long time to respond there.
Yeah, I do apologise, I was replying on the text.
No worries. Phil, are you there? Oh, okay. John?
Yep.
Okay, so check what I did. I did trip the transfer bus 1. You see? It's tripped, it's dead. And I enabled Command B. So the aircraft's now flying on command B. We've got all the other errors like yesterday. There's no trim. TCAS doesn't work, or the transponder doesn't work. It's gone off. We've got all the normal errors there on the bus, and then the actual fuel pumps are not working. So it's exactly as it should be.
Okay, well, that's good. At least we know. We need to start carrying the manual, I think, Nico.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get the QNH in the cockpit, yes. Right, so I'm gonna just restore it. I'm gonna go back to command A. Then we're going to drop. So it's exactly as it should be.
Is there no way to cross feed from the starboard supply to power the rest of the air?
Well, you're asking me a difficult question, because the first thing that I was told is you're supposed to now tie bus 2 to bus 1 to make sure that the electrical system works. Okay, I am not a real 737 pilot. I'm a real simulator pilot. Okay, so I do have to go and actually learn all these kind of things. When I spoke to Zibo yesterday, I just put a smiley face in the text and I said to him, yeah, now it's time for education again. You know, I'm gonna have to learn a little bit more, because flying the plane is one thing. Doing the QRH and troubleshooting failures, that, my friend, is an absolutely different ball game whatsoever.
And of course,
it's going to be fun learning.
Yeah, John, John, we're hearing my echo there in the background when you talk. Is it you or is it Phil? One of you guys.
Sorry, me again.
Sorry. Say again, John. I missed completely what you were trying to say there.
Yeah, because we've got different lads on this afternoon. The other problem, of course, is the workload gets ridiculous. This is why you need 2 pilots.
Yeah, exactly. And Lucas just showed up. Vertical. Hey, buddy. So good to see you. Sorry, Wendell. I tried to type hello, and I see now that I've made a spelling mistake. Wendell, welcome to the stream. Vertical, welcome. We're flying into your new airport, Vertical. So I'm really glad you could make it on stream. Guys, this is the author and developer of the airport we're going to land at now. Vertical Simulations. So welcome.
Hi, guys.
Okay, let's quickly have a look, see where are we. The yaw damper was also kicked off. I was wondering what the error was. The error is now clear. That was the yaw damper. Woo! Brothers and sisters, this is going to be a hell of a learning curve even for me. I hope you guys are ready to study.
Oh, yes.
Folks from the flight deck, we've started our descent. Should have you on the ground in about 15 minutes. Want to thank you so much for your company and business, and hope to see you again with us sometime very soon.
Vertical, I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it. This is one of my favorite airports in the world, and I've been looking forward to getting it in X-Plane for quite some time. I was very excited in the beginning when I heard you were going to actually do it, and I'm still excited. I'm just scared of one thing. You mentioned on your website that we need 4 gig minimum VRAM, but preferably 8 gig. So I presume we're going to have like a Baltimore situation where I'm going to pick up a bit of very slow frames, you know, so we'll see what the frame rate does to us. Currently we're not doing bad. There's 27, 28, 30 frames. I hope it stays like that, but I am in desperate need of a new VGA card, and I promised myself if I can make enough money for Christmas, I'm gonna buy myself a new one, but there's still 3 months to go, so we'll see.
How much RAM have you got in your video card?
4 gig, 4 gig. This is a GTX 980 4 gig that I've got in my system here, and I can see the age. It's now showing its age.
Yeah, sounds like I've got a better GPU, but much less CPU.
Mm. Man, okay, there's a... Oh, just as I wanted to say, it's opening up on the clouds, it closes again. Mohammed, yeah, Zibo is redoing all the electrical systems, and in the next couple of updates he'll have everything reconnected and put in place. The whole idea is to implement a failure system, so there's a bit of rewriting and fixing up that's happening there. So the last I heard, it's that not everything is 100% yet, it's a work in progress, so we'll take it as it comes. Also, I actually didn't even check if the other failures have been connected. No, they haven't either. There was a bit of a hiccup that has messed Zibo around, and that was the fact that the fuel truck only appeared at certain parking positions. It didn't want to appear at the gates. So while I was doing the beta testing and streaming yesterday of this beta stuff and so on, and the guy who made the fuel truck and Zibo were busy trying to implement it, that obviously stole a lot of valuable time from Zibo and the plan to actually just implement, the rest of the stuff.
I'm hoping that the fuel truck as such is still a work in progress and that they actually move on to some animation of some sort.
Yeah, we'll see. I haven't asked. Hey, Mirsad. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the support.
I think it's just stunning what Nico's doing. He's outpacing most software companies. I can't think of anything I've seen on the PC that with the support levels.
Yeah, I know, sure. Vertical, man, I'm trying to read your story here. Are you serious? They're already trying to pirate Spokane. My goodness. Wow, look at that. That is sad, man. For $20. You want to go to that extent as a pirate? Oh, come on, man.
Let's say it as it is. That's theft.
Of course. Damn it. Sorry to hear that, brother.
Sadly, you'll always get the low life.
You know.
Those are the same people that complain bitterly because they can't get the overtime that they want and it's cutting their income down.
Yeah. They complain to their bosses, but they steal someone else's money. I don't get it.
It's bad. You can see why Nico. Sorry, no, not Nico. Zibo locked the aircraft down as well, can't you?
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb. Guys, if you steal something today, tomorrow the developer is not going to waste his time to make something new. So he's just going to move on, do something else, and you'll never get the same response and love and all those other things from him ever again. That's the terrible, sad truth.
And at the end of the day, it's a loss.
Yeah,
A
for
loss to
everybody.
us all.
Yeah. Right, so there's the military airbase where the guys continuously make the mistake to land. That is Spokane in front of us. And that is a beautiful sight. I mean, we found guys in South America selling the Zibo. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. That we've also found as well. It's crazy what the guys do.
Does supplying a key and attributed to an email address or an IP address, does that work or not?
You're gonna have to implement more than likely a dual kind of system where you have something like an authentication server, like what Active Sky uses. So every time you want to use the software, it needs to talk to the server and verify license. But it's costly. It's
I'm sure it is. Yeah,
you can't do
of course
that
it
for
is.
something that's free.
Now that's that I would be against, because it's bad enough with Steam where if you lose access to the Steam server or your phone line goes down, you then can't use it.
Exactly. But
that's a step too far.
well, this is sorry, this is necessary sometimes. Unfortunately, Phil, very necessary. People don't understand it, and they have to be educated.
I can see that.
Mm.
I'm trying to think. The Run 8, the rail simulator, they've got a system which does a periodic check. It doesn't stop you using it, but if it doesn't do its periodic check and find
yes,
hook in with the server,
yeah.
it'll suddenly say your license is invalid until you can get online and revalidate it. So it's
yeah,
a halfway house, which seems to work quite.
I think that's a good way to do it. Yes, that's a very good way to do it. Let's quickly see. Yeah, Vertical, I mean, you're not charging Orbex prices. I mean, I actually bought 2 of your sceneries. I bought the Iowa one as well this morning, so I spent $30 on your website. Didn't kill me. Translated into South African rand, that was 430 rand that I had to spend. So for me, it's like $430. For somebody earning rand versus somebody earning dollars. It's a hell of a lot of money, but it's something I don't do every month, and it's something that I felt I wanted to do, and I just do the investment when I need to. Sorry, John?
You treated yourself.
Yeah, I treated myself. I felt a bit bad for some reason and just thought maybe I should just treat myself. Right, so coming back to Just Aviation, Just Aviation, I use Ground Handling Deluxe first of all. Secondly, I made my own GHD set. It's in my OneDrive private hangar. The link is below the video in the description if you want to go have a look then. What I did was last thing before I went to bed, is I actually removed the Ground Handling Deluxe fuel truck and obviously made room for the Zibo fuel truck that Yeri made for us. Okay, so that one I have not uploaded yet, but I will upload it very soon if I can just remember. Maybe after the flight we can go and upload that one, so you can then have a Ground Handling Deluxe set from me, excluding the fuel truck, allowing the Zibo fuel truck. You're welcome, Vertical.
I think we need a whip round for Nico with all the work he's done to get his bloody graphics card.
Oh, that'll be cool, thank you.
That's a thought.
It's a suggestion, that's all.
Thank you so much. Okay, what I'm going to do is I've gone to heading select now. Once I pass this last waypoint, I'm going to bank out to the right, and I'm actually going to vector myself back. I don't want to go into that. That looks like a very tight, that's for like props. That's not for a Boeing little hold situation there.
It's GA, that is.
Yeah, so let's bug out a little bit and then We'll vector ourselves a little bit.
Flight attendants, prepare for landing, please.
Vertical, yeah, we like to laugh about it, but it's actually sad because it's not true. I mean, think about it. How much do you blow on booze in half an hour when you go to a nightclub? You know, if you start looking at it real time and maybe go to a movie, buy a bit of popcorn and a Coca-Cola, I mean, you're blowing more than $20. You know, for guys to say that $20 is money is like really crazy. I can understand a scholar, you know, somebody that doesn't earn money. But I think most people nowadays, when they hit 16, they get some or other little odd job, even if it's washing cars, you know, because they all have the need to go out to a club of some sorts at some point in time or go watch a movie. And so for me, it's more about priorities. It's not a priority for them to buy software, but it's a priority for them to satisfy their own, you know, desires at a club, you know, and stuff like that. So that's what makes me angry, is when I start thinking, you know, in real time, realistically about it. The guys are being nasty, that's all. Wow. Wow. Oh, that's sad.
That's serious money.
Oh, you know what? I never did. Do 1, 2.
Wow.
I never set up the ILS. We were talking too much, man. Oops. Oops. That was in time. Just aviation, there's two answers to that. If you are new to Airbus and if you want to learn Airbus, get the dollars. If you already have the dollars and the jar design and you just want to see what the hype is about, then go and spend the money on the flight factor one. I personally do not like the flight factor. I've learned too much about it. It is a very big disappointment in my eyes, so I don't fly it at all. I either fly the tallest myself or the jar design, but the flight factor one, it's not for me. So that's a bit of a bias review, but stick to what I said in the beginning. If you want to learn Airbus, go for tallest.
Got enough to learn with the Zibo.
That's true.
Yeah, we've got
Actually, most reviews, I thought the flight factor was the one to go for. However,
no.
if you've actually used them, I'll go with what you say.
Yeah, no, I've got all of them. I've been very vocal about some of the shortcomings and the problems that not many people know about in the flight factor. We've had many fights on Facebook about it. I don't really want to go into it on my stream, but the fact of the matter is it's not what you think it is. That is probably the biggest marketing coup in the history of X-Plane. And trust me, it's not what you think it is. I've got real world pilot friends and family who have sat in this very seat where I'm sitting, that they fly that thing and they just shake their heads and they go fly something else. So not for me. You see, Just Aviation, that's exactly why I recommend going for the tallest. Okay, the tallest is a very solid work in progress. All right, you have to remember that. But from what my family and my friends tell me who fly these things in the real world, that is the better model of the two that you mentioned, by far. The better version. So I think you'll be very happy with that. Oh, and you'll have some change to take your girl to the movie. You know, so that also counts.
Marketing sways a lot of people.
Yo, it's a killer. No, it's not worth the money. If
of course, it's just Nico's opinion.
Yeah, of course. If you have money to burn, buy it. By all means, buy it. But it's got to be spending money. It mustn't be savings. It mustn't be something that you're gonna miss when you give out the money, because it needs to be spare. You know, that you can afford to walk away from it if you don't like it.
He's trying to save you from a nasty taste in your mouth.
Very true. Yeah, I'm just looking at. I tend to look at a lot of YouTube videos for the various flavors of aircraft. I'm still thinking and still pondering over what to go for, but I do fancy an Airbus or something.
Yeah, if you guys want to learn a tallest or learn an Airbus, get a tallest. The guy that created the flight factor at 320 is in any case the guy behind the tallest anyway. That's putting it lightly. I'm probably not 100% correct, but I know for a fact that he's one of the guys that's with tallest now. So there's okay, let me shut up.
You said too
Difficult,
much.
isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's better not say anything. Otherwise, I'm going to sit here and think, shit, maybe I must delete this video again. And I worked so hard on this video and it was so good until the bloody end. And I should learn to keep my mouth shut.
As long as it's a good landing.
Yeah.
2,500. He's got to beat a 9+.
Yeah, we shall see. So, Andrew, I haven't been to your airport here. I dropped the orthos into the ortho folder. I don't see anomalies. I didn't see when we flew over it earlier. I hope I did the installation correctly. I never had time to spawn here and see that the installation was done correctly. So I'm hoping, beyond hope, that everything's going to be fine. Thanks. Thank you. Yeah.
Don't worry, I've already told them.
It's a man of hidden depths.
Yeah, still water deep ground.
Don't believe in secrets.
Ooh, look at that wind kicking in there all of a sudden. Wow, my golly.
Approaching 2-1.
Yes, feed stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
No, man. Oh, Andrew, the installation is incorrect. Look at that. I'm not sure why. I wonder if I actually took the old one out now. We'll fix it. We'll fix it on stream just now. But look, I made a mistake. Shabbat. Oops.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
What are you saying? It's reading the old one.
I don't know. It's obviously there's a clash or an incorrect layering or some sort. I don't know. I made a mistake. Sorry, guys. I fly.
Some issues today.
Yeah. Just Aviation. I mainly fly in the US. I mainly fly in Europe because of Ryanair Virtual. This one in the US, I usually fly Southwest or Delta. This is just me, no VA, and I did it because I wanted to see the scenery from vertical, which I obviously now made a mess of. So we're gonna fix it just now and then have a look, see what it looks like.
On runway 26.
Yeah, I had one job. You know, the other day, I want to tell you something. I won't use the full name of the company, but there's a company here that you might know. It starts with the word Pinnacle. I tried to get access to their parking. That security guard had one job, and that's to just open the gate. She couldn't find the key. She couldn't find anything. I stood outside that gate for 30 minutes. I feel exactly the same now. I was shaking my head and thought to myself, wow, you had one job, you know, and now I did the same thing. Damn it. Right, well, gee, I did something silly. So let's close off, explain.
It happens. It happens.
Vertical, I use X-Organizer to organize everything for me. So we'll have a look, see what it looks like just now. I've got microaggression. Yeah, I want to slap something or somebody just now.
Good job I'm not there, because I'd be slapping you.
Thank you.
Don't smack the PC. It gets expensive.
Right, so let's go look North America, Washington, Spokane. There we go. It is enabled. Just Aviation. Yeah, that's cool. I actually know the guy who made it. To tell you an interesting story, way back in the day when Cloudybox was still part of the Zibo team, him and I spoke about doing it as well. So it's had a long history in coming. When Yeri got involved, it was God sent, and he obviously also made the fuel truck now for Zibo. So the guy's going places. I'm very impressed with his work, and so yeah, lots of guys have wanted that, and it's been a long time coming. Fossil, you naughty. I don't know if I've got the latest SAM, but I've got some SAM. So let's get this thing off here, off the screen. Let's look at this. I obviously just extracted everything. So there's the SAM thing. We can obviously quickly go look at. Okay, let me go get the latest SAM. Let's do that. So, where is my browser now? Let's quickly do that. Vertical simulation. KGEG. Oh, that's FS News. No, that's not where you want to be. Okay. I got Sam probably 6 months ago, so maybe that's part of the problem. Let me just take that off screen quickly. Let me just log in first. Oh. Just bear with me, guys. I just need to get my details now. You know where I saw that? That was actually on the product page. There was a link. Hold on. Let's bring it back. Brum, brum, brum. Interesting. When you want something, it doesn't load. Two ways of skinning that cat. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna just do it from the other browser. I don't want to struggle and copy and paste names and stuff the whole time. I use PFPX, Just Aviation. If you look at the beginning of the video, you'll see the whole story I went through. I did the whole flight planning and everything just now with PFPX. I also combine that with TopCat, and then I take it to Navigraph, and then we use it from there as well. Let's get rid of the old one. Ah, this one is definitely much newer. Much newer. SAM library. Okay. Just Aviation it is. It's also much more expensive. Twixter gave me the information to create the templates that you can find in my OneDrive as well for PFPX. So it's much more accurate when it comes to the Zibo than SimBrief will ever be. Andrew, okay, so I've got the latest SAM. Let's have a look at that scenery I, see what it looks like if we just look at it by default. I don't know, for me it seems in the right place. Let's go have a look. Just Aviation, I just noticed your question about animation. No, I don't know. I don't have knowledge on it. I will obviously ask. A lot of guys have asked if there will be animation. Vertical, I should not have. I should not have. Let's just actually double check. Again, my, what do you call it, X organizer puts all the ortho below it. Everything goes below it. I'm just quickly reading through it. There's no ortho above it, eh? And my ortho is like way down low. Hey, Norbert. Well, Norbert, you're welcome to always talk to us. It doesn't matter what time you pop in, you know, even if it's just for a minute or so, it's always nice to say hello. Thank you for watching anyway. Sorry guys, this does take a minute or two to load. So in the interim, if you guys have other questions and stuff, you're welcome to talk to me. We don't have to sit and wait in silence, but that's your choice.
I'm singing.
Singing in the rain. And the rain in Spain. You know that one? In South Africa, we've got cold in the rain, barefoot in the rain.
The suspense is killing me.
Woohoo! Fossil
That's just taking the
Fossilinski.
headphones off so that I was synchronizing the video for a change. This being hearing things 30 seconds ahead does my head in.
Fossil Fossilinski had the answer. I updated my SAM plugin, and there you go, working.
Right.
Vertical, no. The only thing I did was just update my SAM plugin. And there you go, it's working perfectly.
An airport.
I hate doing this, but it's a quicker way to get from point A to B. There we go. How's that, Vertical? Much better, much better. I'm terribly sorry for not updating my plugin, but now we know. This way. Very nice detail, eh? Very, very nice detail. And I don't know what my frames are. Let's have a look, see. Well, with the Cessna, I'm getting 44, 45 frames, so that's not bad at all. Now we know.
Looks good.
That must be it, Vertical. I agree with you. I think that was the problem. Ooh, FedEx. There's a de-icer. Yeah, Fossil, thank you. I did give you recognition for that tip. You deserve it, buddy. It would have taken me 10 minutes longer to figure that one out. So thanks for that.
Do the de-icers only work when you're on a de-icing pad?
No, they work when you call them. They run for, I think, 45 seconds, then they stop automatically, and they give you a 45-minute window. You get 45 minutes hot. It's all in my checklist. So the moment they stop, it starts the counter, and you need to be out of icing conditions by that time. Otherwise, the Zibo will know and penalize you.
Right.
Let's see what the guys are saying here.
Have you got the link for that, Sam? Okay.
It's the scenery.
The updated Sam.
The updated SAM. Yeah. Let's get it into the system. Yeah.
Thank you kindly, sir.
Hey, Michael. Yeah, amazing. Guys, I've watched Andrew make some of his sceneries. He streams it on Twitch. I don't know if you still do it, Andrew, but back in the day, I mean, I've watched for hours as he's sitting and make his scenery. It's a treat. You know, if you're into something like that, if you can spend the time. Vertical is one of the new kids on the block. Not really, but fairly. But he knows tricks and things, and he's got the ability to make things look really nice that a lot of the old school guys really can learn a lot from him. Eh? Yeah, I'm impressed. Only problem is now we can't watch the replay of me landing the Zibo. Damn. We'll have to do another flight at some point in time. I think the next one, when I have time again, I'll fly from here back to Seattle, you know, just to give it justice.
Sounds like a plan.
Michael, I've actually landed. What happened was we flew from Seattle over here. Then we got here and the scenery didn't work because of the SAM plugin that was outdated on my PC. I switched off Explain. I then started the whole troubleshooting issue. Fossil helped me to figure it out. We got it going. Vertical is impressed now. I'm impressed now. And I think some of the viewers. So I'm not going to fly right now again. You're welcome to watch the replay. It's going to take... it usually takes I almost said Zibo. He's probably talking about me now. It's going to take 3 to 4 hours for the video to render properly, but you can already go back to whatever it allows you to go back to in the beginning and have a look, see what we did. And then what I would suggest is just subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and then obviously when I fly again, it will notify you. You know, so but thank you so much for being here. Sorry you came in a bit late. Oh yeah, let's check the night lighting. Let's change the nights. That's a good one. Woo! Look at that. Oh, that's brilliant. I love that kind of white light. That's just awesome. Very nicely done. I love that yellow in the middle there. Wow, that just breaks it a bit. You know, in terms of the contrast, gives it a bit of depth. Really awesome. Wow. Andrew, in South Africa, we have a saying, "Jy mag maar." Roughly translated, it means that we give you permission. You are allowed to do what you do, you know. But it's like a, how do we call it? A complimentary way of saying, you know, you've got the skill and the tools, and you've got our full permission to go ahead, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. It's much appreciated. And Kevin, Fossil, yeah, it's cool, eh? 100%. Yes, sir. You will be notified. Just keep your eye on it. On the weekends, I'm usually on YouTube. During the week, I'm usually on Twitch. The links is in the description below the video. So, yeah, you see, Fossil, you also say that hy mag maar. He's allowed to do this. He's got his red card, his badge, whatever license card looks like in the US, you know. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for the scenery. This is awesome. Always, my friend, always. Well, guys, that's it. That's it. I mean, I've had my fun. I hope you had yours, and then we'll talk again soon. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream again today, maybe tomorrow. Otherwise, we'll catch you in the week.
Thanks, Nico. Thanks again.
Always a pleasure. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Bye, everybody.